The Sons of Ultramar event is coming to Tacticus, and if you just spam your oaths on whatever looks shiny, you're going to leave a lot of power on the table. This isn't just another shop event, the offers are personalised to your account. The rewards scale with how you spend, and there are some serious traps in here, especially for newer players. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through how the event actually works, what's worth buying and what's bait, and a day-to-day plan depending on your roster. And by the end, we'll have a clear plan for turning this into maximum value for your Ultramarines, and for one of my favourite characters, Marneus Calgar. Let's begin by looking at what the Sons of Ultramar event actually is, because it's a week-long shop event built entirely around Ultramarines, with a ton of really cool rewards just for playing. For me, I always get confused around events because of the multiple in-game currencies involved, and so I'm going to try and break this down as clearly as possible for you. This time, there are two separate event currencies that you're collecting. One is called event points, and the other is called oaths. And the easy way to think about these is you can get event points by playing Sons of Ultramar missions, or by completing the daily Battle Pass, easy, medium, and hard battles when they run. The Sons of Ultramar missions have a daily mission that changes, and two missions that get harder as you progress. The premium mission is killing units with Ultramarines, and the other is using abilities, and I'll talk more about what those premium missions cost you later in the video. Then we have the second event currency, oaths, and you get these from a bunch of different places. They come from hitting event point milestones, a small free offer every day in the Ultramar shop, which I'll talk more about later, tournament arena crates, another home screen event running at the same time called Purge Order, and again more on that later, and then purchasing the special offers that are available for real money. So don't just think about this as a just log in once a day and that's it. The more efficiently you spend your energy playing the game during the week, the more oaths you're going to stack. And while we are waiting, I have a little gift for you in the form of a code. DBP9K means that I have hit another massive subscriber milestone on YouTube, and this is all down to your efforts. We've been driving these numbers up by massive amounts over the last couple of months, and we're almost at the 10k mark. So keep letting your guildmates know to subscribe, as 70% of the people watching my videos still haven't done so, and then I'll be able to share more codes with you very soon. Now let's take a look at what we can do with the oaths, and we get to spend them in a special Ultramar shop. I'm just disappointed it's not called the Ultramart, which would have been perfect. Either way, this shop is customized to your account because it looks at your power level and your collection. So what I see on my account will not look exactly the same as what you see. The Ultramart comes in 3 different tiers depending on the strength of your account. The Initiate shop is for players at power level 19 or lower. The Sergeant shop is for players at power level 20 and above, but who don't have a character at a legendary star or higher. And then the Veteran shop is for players at power level 20 or above, and who have at least one character at the last legendary star or higher. And inside the shop, every day it will refresh with 2 Marneus Calgar Shards, Imperial Orbs, ability badges, XP tombs, and salvage, all dependent on which shop tier you're in. So for example, I can see mythic orbs, whereas the lower shops will see epic orbs. It also has a bunch of Ultramarine usable items and upgrades, and then some plain old coins. And on top of that, each day focuses on one Ultramarine in particular, and it goes in this order. On day 1, it's Tigarius, day 2, Certus, day 3, Bellator, day 4, Incisus, day 5, Titus, day 6, Galatian, and day 7 is kind of a cleanup day with Blessed Requisition Scrolls and a coin pack designed to burn any leftover oaths. And along the way, as you spend oaths, you're also filling up a progress bar that gives you extra rewards, including event crates, which are called the Coffer of Ultramar chests. So earn oaths, spend oaths, fill the bar, and profit. That's the loop. Now let's talk about what's actually worth buying, and a lot of this is personal choice and depends on your account, but I'm going to show you how I'm approaching it and why. If you don't have Marneus Calgar, this is a great way to push towards getting him, but just remember, you can get him from grinding the campaign nodes, it'll just take you about 3 months. For me, the most crucial missing pieces I want to be gathering are Imperial Orbs and Ability Badges, because that's where my account bottleneck really is. When it comes to character shards, I really wouldn't recommend spending oaths on any of the basic Ultramarines, so that's everyone except Titus and the Machine of War Galatian. The reason is simple. You can grind their shards in the campaigns at some of the most efficient shard rates in the entire game. For Titus and Galatian though, if you're missing them or you're close to a star up, you might want to consider catching their offers on their featured days. Anything I have left over will be going into XP Tombs, as that's the next biggest blocker I have in terms of leveling up my account. Personally, I'll be avoiding items or upgrades, as well as salvage and coins, because all of that can be found elsewhere in the game by grinding campaigns or in the Rogue Trader shop when it comes to relics. The only last interesting one for advanced players is the Blessed Requisition Scrolls on the last day, because I really feel they're an excellent place to collect mythic shards for characters, and so you might want to consider picking up some of them. Now let's go back and let me clean up some of the bits that I've skipped over, starting with the Purge Order home screen event. I mentioned that this is going to get you a bunch of oaths, and I think you really should put the effort into this. And this is actually an event we've seen recently where you need to kill Tyranids in battle. Now you're going to get new rewards, which are oaths, ability badges, and a really cool ES819 avatar. And that's Marshal Dreer's horse, in case you're wondering. To get the most out of this event, you should save some energy to grind elite campaign missions and also onslaught tokens in the run up to it. It starts on Monday the 1st of December, so just save 1 onslaught token from Saturday, 1 from Sunday, and then that'll give you 3 to play with on Monday. Personally, I'm also going to be playing the Tyranid campaign event as it runs alongside the Purge event. And this is because you get elite missions there which have the most Tyranids available. And that's really important because the more Tyranids you kill, the more points you get. Outside of the Tyranid campaign event, in the normal campaign missions, go and have a look and see if you can find missions to kill the most Tyranids. That's things like the Octarius Mirror Elite 30 has 12 Tyranids, and the Octarius 40 has 10 Tyranids. So just make sure you're looking for the ones with the most Tyranids and grind those until the Purge event is cleared. The oaths you get and the ability badges are like gold dust, so you should seriously consider putting your usual character upgrading on hold for the week while it's running. Finally, I want to talk to you about what you can expect if you're a free-to-play player versus someone that's willing to spend. First, as a free-to-play player, you get a total of 1,540 oaths. And that's if you manage to log in every day to pick up the free shop offers, play through all the Battle Pass and Sons of Ultramar missions, do your tournament arena, and clear Purge Order. Then, when you spend those oaths in the shop, you also get those Coffer of Ultramar chests from the progress bar that I mentioned. And as a free player, you can get to Crate 15, and that gives you a really good bunch of coins and 75 free Marneus Calgar Shards. If you want to go further in the shop and in the crates, then personally I really would recommend buying the Bonus Shipment, because it gives you really great bang for buck in this event. And the way it works is as follows. It gives you 1,000 blackstone and 200 oaths up front, and then for each oath you earn, you get an extra 10% on top. Plus, you open up that premium line of missions that I mentioned earlier. So on top of the 1,540 oaths you already have, you can get an extra 1,310 oaths, which means you get a total of 2,850 oaths. You'll also make it to the final Coffer of Ultramar chest, which means more coins, and a total of 150 Marneus shards instead of 75, which is pretty awesome. And with 2,850 oaths, that's a really good amount to spend in the shop. For me, it's going to be about 30 Imperial Orbs and some ability badges with the leftovers. But let me know in the comments below what you're going to be spending your oaths on. Finally, there are 2 other offers you can purchase if you float that way. Prices will vary depending on your region, but they come with extra oaths, XP Tombs, and in the bigger one you can get Blessed Requisition Scrolls and a mythic item. And so, to wrap this all up, if you're free to play, you're looking at around 1,540 oaths and 75 Marneus Calgar Shards from the coffers if you play everything. If you buy the bonus shipment and go all in, you're pushing that to about 2,850 oaths, and 150 Marneus shards, plus a bunch of resources. Either way, the key is how you spend them. Whether you focus your oaths on Marneus Calgar shards, Imperial orbs, and ability badges, then think about only chasing Titus and Galatian shards if they actually fit into your main teams, and finally treat items, salvage, and most coin offers as a last priority cleanup purchases. So do spend those oaths wisely, and I'll see you next time.